Okay, so there are some things you need to do before you ever start painting, which is first and foremost, make sure you have the right supplies. So you should have a palette at your table. If not, there are some extras by the sinks in some boxes that are labeled palettes. A brush, maybe even 2 sizes of brushes. A water container should be at your table. And then you should see a black bottle of paint at your table as well. Now, again, before I ever start painting, my next step will be to use my artist brain and do some observations. So I'm gonna look at this sheet here and I'm gonna notice very carefully before I begin some things about the branches that I see here. And one thing that I notice is that all the branches start off an edge. So I'm gonna pick an edge to start my branch from. Maybe it comes from up here, or maybe I have a big long branch that takes up my space. I think a big long branch might look a little bit better, so I'm gonna start over here on this edge and make it go this way. I also notice that branches are thicker and then get thinner. And then there's like one main branch and then some little ones off of it. So I'm gonna show you now how I might begin actually creating that branch. Okay, I'm gonna use this squeeze bottle very gently and I'm gonna get about a quarter size. It comes out right away because it's kind of runny paint, so be careful. And then I'm gonna dip my brush in a little bit of the water, get some of the water off, and then dip just the tip of the brush in the paint. Notice I don't have it all the way up to the edge, it's just on the very top. And looking at my reference, I'm gonna begin with the main part of the branch. So one of the things that Sumi-e painters do is they think about their brush strokes. So I'm gonna press down with my brush to make it thick at first. I noticed that, get some more paint, that branches are thicker on one end, and then they slowly get thinner. I also noticed that they kind of go out into almost a Y shape. So I'm starting mine with kind of a Y shape that gets thick here and skinny at the end. Now I'm gonna add some of the extra branches that kind of come off of the main one. And same thing, I'm gonna press hard to create a thick spot and then gently go up to create a thinner line. So I press to create a thick one and lift up on my brush to create a thinner branch. Now, one thing to understand about Sumi-e painters as well is that less is more. So after I get my branch on there, and it shouldn't take very long, I'm gonna stop. And that's partly why we have 3 pieces of paper. So it didn't take me very long, about 1 minute, and now I have my branch.